All right, guys, it is 7 p.m. I want to say it's January 7th, right? 7 and 7. And we're in the end game now, okay? So basically what I've been doing is, if you guys go watch the rest of the videos that I've posted so far, I've just been like going and outreaching businesses and trying to start my content agency, right? So basically what I found within the first two people that I pitched was that the first one that I pitched, which was like a restaurant, they were super susceptible, super ready to listen to everything I had to say, just overall like really smooth. So because I'm so early on, rather than like focusing on finding more people to service, I really have just like dialed in on this one person. So I've been like just servicing them in any way that I can, just kind of trying to build that relationship. And it kind of feels unnatural to say that out loud because my intentions were pure, I want to help them and I want to like be friends with them too if I'm helping them. So it's like I've been doing stuff just to build a relationship. I've probably gone into the restaurant like 3 or 4 times in the last week. I went to it's like one of their sampling events. They go to gyms and they hand out like free samples and try to get more people to come to their restaurant. So at one point I was handing out free samples, at one point the guy was showing me how to work the cash register, which, I kind of had to I was getting a little nervous. I was hoping he didn't think I just want to be like, somebody on payroll. I want to work as an agency. I'm sorry, bro. But, I think, so the reason that I'm making this video is because I have a sales meeting tomorrow, right? Or I'm calling it a sales meeting. We'll see if I make the sale, but fingers crossed, please. But, I'm really excited about this. I feel like just in this process already, I've learned a lot more about the nuance and about like the true intricacies of starting a business. Because number one, if I fail at this, that means I lose the opportunity and I lose the time that I just spent on this client, right? So there's real risk, right? And obviously I want to make money too. So it's like there's real risk of failure and real fruits of success. So it's like being in the classroom, I didn't necessarily have that same motivation. Like we made ad campaigns, I think I made one ad campaign and it was a group project. And I'd worked on like a ton of those, because of my social media stuff. So honestly, I think it was a group project and I think I just wrote my name on it. Maybe college not doing well for me was partly my fault. But like I've said in previous videos, I just would sit in classes knowing that it's not the path for me. So I'm trying to stand on business with this series, and I truly do think I'm learning a lot more. Like I'm learning the softwares that I need to know. I'm learning how to better use AI. I'm gonna have to learn how to make a contract. Maybe that'll be the next video. I have no idea how to make a contract, right? What I might do is yeah, man, I really don't know. I'll figure it out though. I'll figure it out, okay? Because I feel like once you just jump in the deep end and really just try to figure this stuff out, you put yourself under a pressure that you have to succeed in. I have to know what I'm saying in tomorrow's sales meeting, and that's part of why I'm making this video. Because this is important, and this is also something that I've feared for a long time, and part of the reason that I haven't started doing this is just kind of that initial fear of being uncomfortable with not knowing how to commoditize a service, right? So I still really don't know what I'm doing here, I'm confident that I know how to make videos. I'm confident that I can drive a result in a business with videos, whether that be, they need more leads, whether that be they want exposure, you name it, I'm confident I can figure it out. Now, you start asking me to quantify how many things can I do, etc. I can't say that I have the experience to really know the answer to those nuanced questions, right? But ideally over time, I'll get more case studies. I'll get more experience with different types of businesses, right? Because there are a lot of different ones, but I think the end game for me in this space is going to be eventually I'm going to need to niche down. But I'm not going to know what I need to niche down on until I service a variety. At least that's my thought. So it's kind of where I'm at right now. I need to figure out what kind of price I'm going to offer, what kind of deliverables I want to offer, and just overall what I think the best way to accomplish this guy's goals are. And so, if there's anybody out there who is nervous about starting a business because they have no idea how to do this stuff, I don't know, man, just be nervous and still do it. I've started trying to stick with a morning routine also. I feel the more that I can kind of outline how I want my work to look like, it'll be easier to kind of give the people around me an expectation as to like when I can be available and when I can't be. Because the truth is, when you're somebody who's like just starting a business or working for yourself, there's kind of like a first layer of people know that you have time, so they like to try and use it for their own things, and it's not me holding that against anybody else, but it's like the more that I can stick to a schedule, the easier it'll be as a person to deny other opportunities for work, right? Like if I don't have a true work schedule, then I feel like it'll be rather hard. Like if somebody asks me like, yo, Mason, like, you want to hang out? Like, what's today? You want to hang out Tuesday at 7? And, and it's like, it's very easy when you're working on something that's over a long horizon to not choose to prioritize that, right? Because it's like, well, truthfully, like I can't say that there's always going to be something. Well, I can say there's always going to be something that I need to work on, but it's not always going to be a crazy timeline. It's more so like I can work to get the results that I want to see, right? So like if I want to expedite the process, I need to put the work in. And personally, I want to expedite the process, right? Like I stopped doing social media because I felt like I was really capped off at around like 3 to 5K earning potential like a month, because I really didn't like spend the time to just build a community, And so I'm taking this skill that I have and trying to go in a new direction. But by no means did I start this just to be like broke, and like, all cards on the table. Like, I wouldn't be saying this unless like I had full confidence that I'm not going to be in this situation very soon. Is like, dude, I think right now in my bank account I have like $3,000, bro, and I pay for all my own bills, And so like I probably have like 2 to 3 months of being able to cover myself with no income, because my rent's really low and like my bills are really low. But truth be told, very vulnerable point as to finances wise right now. And that kind of came from a couple things. The big thing was, dude, I had this piece of shit car. Oh, the lights turned off. I'm just going to keep going. But I had this piece of shit car it was a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And, Dominic, if you see this video, I don't hold any resentment to you. This car just gave me a whole lot of trouble. I bought it from a friend, Dominic. And this car just had so many damn issues with it that I was paying like, dude, like $700 a month, like $700 to $1,000 a month, $700 to $1,000 a month just to keep the car running, bro. And like over time, when like you're just trying to get out of the mud and just kind of like pursuing a side hustle, bro, that shit adds up. Like between that, rent, so winds up being like, between that and rent winds up being like multi-$1,000 bills per month. Like, and dude, as like a 20-year-old, bro, I just was not ready for that. And so, I just, I kept hustling, kept like doing my best, but the goal is not to stay like this, and honestly, I'm just telling you guys this because it's like, dude, I am 1,000% invested in this. Like it's this or die. Like, and that's, I'm honestly blessed to have the opportunity for it to be this or die, but I'm here, I'm here, I'm doing it, and I'm excited to do it. And, even the lights are turning off in the library, but I'm, hopefully I didn't stutter too much in this video. Hopefully it's rather concise. I'm really, I'm going to try to cut this the least possible just because I want you guys to see this. And I also know that like the uncomfortableness of recording and the little nuances of this are going to be something I look back on. Like I expect the videos I'm making now to be 10 times better in the future, because it's just reps, and it's just like that with anything. It's just like that with this business. And I'm excited, but all right, I will see you guys in the next video. Chase your dreams. You might not get the chance to the next day, we'll see. Fingers crossed I get tomorrow to go to this sales meeting. It's a blessing.